Now children, is an introduction. Now in this picture you can see a different types of animals. Frog, sparrow, spider. Okay. So you have to write the name and their habit and what are types of the food they eat. So that you will do and tell me in my regular class. So student, good morning. Now here I am going to start a new lesson with you. The name of a lesson is Dragonfly Dilemma, written by Padma Ganpati. Okay, so I will start reading the lesson for you. In the midst of dense forest was a tranquil means calm pond, inhabited by a community of water bag. Inhabited means what, children? They lived in. Okay, a thick layer of soft mud had collected over a period of time at the bottom of the pond. Here, the water bug squirted about the unaware of the outside. Squirted means moved about quickly or hurriedly. World and what is held in their own way. They were happy, contented lot, living in a perfect harmony with their environment. So children, there was a green forest, okay, and the forest was calm. There was a pond, okay, and it was inhabited. That means, what is to inhabited means they lived. About a community. Which community? The community of an water bug. Okay. So what they used to do? They used to run from one place to another very quickly, okay, at the bottom of the pond. And they used to live there perfectly with harmony, that means with peace and with a good environment. Now and then, water bug would cling to the stalk of water lily, laboriously work its way up. Laboriously means with lot of difficulty and disappear from view. One day, a lady water bug was spied. Spied means noticed secretly, moving slowly up the lily stalk. Now what the water bug used to do is to slowly climb on the lilies. Now in the pond there was the flowers. What type of flowers? Lily flowers. What is she up to? Asked the water bug. Why is she climbing up the stalk? Another wanted to know. So one of the water buggers asked why she is going up on the lily stems, on the lily stalk. What she is going to do there? Where she is going? The third inquired, but there were no answer. The leader of the community, whose wisdom everyone respects, gathered her puzzled fellow bugs together and addressed them. I would like to share my thought with you. The next one to go up the stalk must return to tell us where and why he or she went and what lies beyond our world. So the leader of the community and all other bugs, what they did, they came together. And what they said, that those who are going to the stalk of the lilies or inside of the lilies, they had to come and say their experience. Okay, they have to share their experience, the where and why or what she went. Soon after the meeting on a warm spring day, the leader herself clung to the slippery stalk of water lilies. So see here. Slowly but steadily, she moved up and up. It wasn't easy tough. She was out of breath at times. Several times she slipped, but determinedly climbed on. So it was not a very easy task for the water bug to climb on the stalk of the lily and to get inside the flower. The several of the time she has slipped down. Exhausted by her effort, she dropped on a big round leaf. After a long sleep, the water bug realized that she felt different. She looked at herself and was amazed at the transformation. Now, at last, she reached the surface of the water and exhausted by her effort. Now, she was completely tired. So, what did she did? She dropped on a big rounded leaf. That means here on the leaf on the top of the lilies. And she felt a slip while she was quietly tired. But slowly when she got up, she found that there was a transformation. There was a change, amazing change in her body. She has grown 4 silver wings and a long slim body. She was a bit moist, but the warm rays of the sun soon dried her newly formed body. Now, what was the change? What was the transformation? She has grown up with a 4 silver wings and her body has become long and slim. Now the body was quite wet, but due to her sunrays, what happened? It has dried up. She felt a great urge to fly and moved her wings a bit nervously. Then, gaining confidence, she tried again and found herself rising up in the air without much effort. She rejoiced in her new found freedom to fly about. It was a heady experience and she flitted about almost intoxicated. Intoxicate means, children? That means without taking or trance of excitement, with having a lot of excitement. Now previously she was thinking that should I fly or not, but she has gathered the courage. She was quite nervous before, but later on she had gathered the courage and slowly she has tried and she lifted herself, she rises of herself in the air, and that freedom to fly, we can say the freedom to fly was about a lot of experience and excitement. The dragonfly for that was what she had turned into after the metamorphosis. Metamorphosis, it is a scientific word terms we can say, that is a complete change into a something very different. Mainly you can find it into an insects on animals. Yes. Now you can see the butterflies. They had also a complete changes. Could see the cells on their body. She truly enjoyed herself and tried all sorts of the acrobatic until she felt tired and landed on a lily leaf to rest for a while. As she lay there idly, she happened to see the pond bed. Through the clear water, everything was visible. She spotted the water bug community below, hard at work as well. She recollected the words she had spoken and oath they had taken all. The water bug turned dragonfly was a creature of honor. I cannot break my promise. I must return to my fellow beings and explain all that happened, she said to herself, shrinking of her lethargy. Lethargy means a state of having an energy. Now, while she was looking her image, she was looking very beautiful. But what she saw, certainly she has seen the water bug. They were busy on their work and she realized that what promise she has made, that she will return back to her own world of water bag and she will explain the things what has happened. She had barely touched the surface of the water. When she bounced back, she made several attempts but in vain. She was terribly disgusted. Disgusted means feeling upset. Then it dawned on her that there was no going back. She could not go to the pond bed because she was no longer a water bug. So she has done several of the attempts to go and meet the friend, but all were in vain. Later on she realized that now she was not an ordinary water bug. This is a law of nature. She should respect it. She consoled herself by thinking that even she went back, none of them would recognize her in her new appearance. She would have to wait until they too become a dragonfly. Now she has realized that it is a nature. It is a law of nature that everything has to be changed and she has to respect it. So she has to wait till the other family members or a friend turns into a dragonfly. She decided to move on and flew off, winning her way higher and higher into the wonderful world of worth and lightning that her transformation has brought her into. So, children, you have understood the lesson that how the lady waterbug has moved and how the transformations has changed place into a beautiful dragonfly. Okay, children? Now I will move toward the grammar. So before I move toward the grammar, we will complete the blanks. So here it is. She had grown 4 silver wings and a slim body. She was a bit moist, but the sun soon dried her newly formed body. She felt a great urge to fly and moved her wings a bit nervously. Then she found herself rising up in the air without much effort. She gained confidence and she tried again. She rejoiced in her new found to fly about. Now let us do the grammar part. Today I am going to explain you the models. What are the models? A model is a kind of a helping verb, or we can say a modal auxiliary verb, which is a very different from the verb like walk, sing and learn or laugh. It tells us more about the main verb of a sentence. Now, how will you recognize the modal verb? The form of a modal verb does not change. We cannot add, that is s, ed or ing to it. Okay, so here are the list of the modal auxiliary verb: can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, must, out. These are all the modal auxiliary verb. Okay. Now can be used to say the or to express the ability. Certainly, should and will. Can for a certainty we can use the should and will. For possibility you can use may and might. To take in permission you can use may. For necessity or obligation you can use must or ought. Now here we have to choose the sum of the model to complete the sentence. So for first one we will choose can. Can you speak Italian? This is a hospital. You should not shout here. My sister can swim better than I. You must work harder now to enjoy the benefit later. I could not see the road. It was very foggy. Okay. Now collations with adjectives and noun. A collation is made up of 2 or more words that are used together by a native speaker of a language. There are many kinds of collation: adjective noun, verb or verb noun, noun and noun, adverb adjective, verb and adverb. Read some of the adjective noun collation from the text. Great feeling, long time. Okay. Now few adjective has been listed in the table. Circle the noun that cannot be used with the adjective. Now student, can you do that? Okay, so we will do that activity for you. Now first is an adjective: hot, noun, food. Noun you have a clothes. Another noun you have a milk. So which one you want to round up? Can you give me some idea? Okay, we will do it. How we will do it? Let us see. So hot, you can use food, hot food. Warm, clothes. Hard, you can give exam. Strong, coffee. Powerful, wrestler. Yes? So, now we will move to the next part. Choose a suitable adjective to complete this collation. This is dash train, fast. We are going to have heavy rainfall soon. She has very high temperature. You are making a big mistake. Please give me a proper reply to my letter. So student, you might have understood the lesson very well and also the grammar part. So let us visit or meet on the next lecture. So be safe at home. Thank you.